Hey guys, thank you for watching Three Hoodoo Sisters. Don't forget to click the subscribe button. Conjure on.
Hello guys, welcome to Three Hoodoo Sisters and Happy New Year. Hope it's going well for everyone. On my half, I've been very busy, very busy, so I don't really, I'm having to try to fit everything in. Of course, a lot has been going on, so, Donald Trump, calling Haiti and Africa and basically all Latin American countries a shithole, so a lot has been going on. And my opinion on that, I'm just going to make it very clear, is that, people who come to this country come for a better life. The same way that your ancestors came here for a better life is the same way that we came here. But let's just get to the point of the actual video. This video is about Khloe Kardashian, okay? As we all know, she's like 6 months pregnant right now. People have been asking me to do this forever, but I just wasn't really interested. But I noticed those are my best readings when I just don't care. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna be like, whatever. And she's having a baby with, I can never say this name, Tristan Thompson. And I thought he was a football player. He's actually a NBA player. So I see she has a thing for basketball players. Well, she's a tall woman. So how tall is she? 5'11" or something like that. So I'm not shocked. She has a thing for tall black men. They all have a taste for that, I guess. I don't know. But basically, she is baby mama number 2. He had a baby with Jordan Craig. I think she had a boy. I thought it was a girl, a boy, something like. I had to go and Google that part because I didn't know. I just remember he had some baby mama drama a year or 2 ago, and I was like, oh, okay. So this is a reading on her relationship, on Khloe's relationship with Tristan. One thing I feel a lot of anxiety. Like I feel nervous. And I think that's on Courtney's end. I'm saying Courtney, Khloe's end. I always want to call Khloe Courtney for some. That's on Khloe's end. She's very nervous, very anxious. Like, you know how you put everything into order and then the last minute everything falls apart? I think she's trying to plan everything all at once to make sure, but she has a fear that the last minute everything is going to fall apart. So she's trying to not psych herself off so much. Let's go to the cards and see what is going on in their actual relationship. Y'all, I want to know. Okay, y'all, I'm trying to be all proper and shit, but look, I'm trying to see, is she gonna go from baby mama to wifey? That's what I want to know. Since Jordan Craig wasn't able to do it, is she gonna be able to do it? Now, we all know that athletes, entertainers, and wealthy men are community dick, okay? We all know that they're not faithful. They will never be faithful. You know what you're signing up for. Lala Anthony can tell you that. Everybody who's been married, Kobe Bryant's wife can tell you that. Michael Jordan's ex-wife can tell you that. You're signing up. Shaq's ex-wife, Shawnee, she damn built an empire off that shit. So they can tell you, that's everybody, girl. That's for everybody. So let's go and see. But it's true. But let's go and see how their actual, I hate shuffling these, how the relationship goes. Khloe Kardashian. Too many cards falling. Khloe Kardashian. Khloe Kardashian, Tristan Thompson, Tristan Thompson. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. A lot of these cards really want to like fall out, so it's telling me Spirit has a lot to like say for me. But that's how I read. It doesn't apply to everybody else. They've made it past a lot of craziness. Like, they've made it past a lot of bumps in the actual road. So they've made it past a lot of, because my eyes keep going to certain places in these cards. It's like that they finally trust each other. But it was something that took a lot of time and a lot of work. It's showing that they finally gotten over a huge hill in their actual relationship. So they're actually heading into a smoother. It's like, you know how you're on a plane, and I hate this when it's speeding down and it's like going up and it's shaking and you like, oh my god, I'm about to die. Like, yeah, it's that type of thing. Now they've kind of gone up in sailing, so it is a sailing, but it was a struggle, y'all. It was an uphill struggle. Even when she was initially pregnant, it was still a struggle. Okay, so okay, not bad. I'm going to tell you something that is very, very big. You know, when you're in a relationship and you make up how you make it seem more than it is, than it really is. You see what I'm saying? It's like, okay, I'm trying to see how to say it. There is love there. There is love there, but there's also a distance there, which she wants. It's y'all, the relationship is not what it's being projected to be. Basically, she's saying how there's this closeness, there is love, so it's not her relationship is not fake, but it's not as close as we think it is. You see what I'm saying? And we think that they're close, but they're not. It's that type of energy. Let me see. It's gonna be tough on Courtney. Why do I keep saying Courtney? Khloe. It's gonna be tough on her. One thing is, his life is very structured. You know, his life is very structured. Her life is also very planned out months in advance. So I see her trying to figure out how she's gonna make it work. She's been making it work, and actually Spirit is saying she's been working less just so she can be around him. But it's speaking in terms of like restrictions, of her feeling like it's restricted. It's a lot of things that she wants to do, especially more traveling, going to other places, and it's like it's restricted. I don't know when basketball season starts. I ain't gonna lie. The only reason I know football season is around in the fall is because the Super Bowl always falls around the same time. So that's the only reason. I guess basketball is a summertime sport. I don't know, but it seems like she wants to move around more, do more, but it's limited. Not really because of just her schedule, but more so because of his and stuff like that. Oh wow, y'all. You know what's so crazy? Her mother doesn't really care for him. I guess as we keep reading, we're going to keep going into it. It's not just that. The funny part is, I don't think his family cares for her either. So it's like her mother, she doesn't, I don't feel hate, but I literally feel the energy of you're going to break my daughter's heart. It's that type of energy. Like in the long run, you know how a mother has a very deep intuition? Like I feel when Chris met Kanye, she knew, okay, yeah. But with this, even her mother has doubts. And one thing is, I'm going to tell you something. Tristan Thompson is not very controllable. He's not a Kanye West. He's not Khloe's ex-husband. He doesn't have that easy to control energy. He actually tries to keep his distance from her family. Like he's there, but then he's not there. He tries to keep his energy. I'm there for you, but I'm not there for everyone else. So he's not going to be like her ex-husband. And I forgot his name, who went crazy and like lost all his money. And okay, I'm not even gonna get into it. But he got that we cool, but we ain't cool. And also, it's also telling me a lot about how his mother feels about, it's both moms. One card is representing two mothers. The other mom is like his mother, or whoever is a major female over his life. She thinks that Khloe's pregnancy is for attention, or there's not a lot of pure intentions behind this actual pregnancy. It's a lot of people pretending to be cool and stuff like that. Let me just go. But y'all, I'm about to tell you something though. I'm about to tell you something. She ain't gonna be too happy. But y'all, there is a marriage coming. There is a major commitment coming, okay? We are going to see a really nice wedding. It's funny because I think she'll get married. If she does get married, she's gonna get married in like October. I keep hearing a fall wedding. It's either, Spirit is saying September or October. I don't know when her baby is due, but I'm hearing September, October for marriage. He's doing it, but he's very aware of the like restrictions that are coming in this marriage. Y'all, I hate to say this, but a lot of people don't agree with this relationship. There's so much more coming out of these actual cards. She is actually still connected to her ex-husband. It's funny because I think he's in her ear. I think he's like, not like in a negative way, but I think he was trying to tell her, I think you guys are moving too fast. They do talk. So I'm like, okay, I didn't, because he's showing up as talking to her, telling her stuff, you know, yo, you know, this is moving too fast, da 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 da. I think you guys should take time. Also here it's showing that they don't like each other either. So Tristan is not feeling her ex-husband. But this is also speaking about having too much of your guard down. So she has way too much of her guard down at the same time. It's like you're supposed to be paying better attention is what the cards are kind of telling me. Let me see. Just go into the cards. The mother is not happy, but the sisters are happy. Okay, so they're seeing it as a new addition to the family, but the mother is not happy, but the sisters are. So it's speaking of them celebrating. She's got to be having it's a major celebration coming in October, guys. Something big is coming, and she's 6 months. I think she became 6 months in January, February, March. You know, okay, so she's having an Aries. Okay, I ain't mad at you. Maybe an Aries, whichever way it falls. But the funny part is there's something coming in October. It's got to be a wedding. Either it's their secret wedding or it's going to be the announcement of their engagement. And you see the sisters really celebrating. Y'all, this is not good. I'm going to tell you why. He loves her, but it's almost like somebody who's trying to force. Like trying to force it in. Like I'm a squeeze through this door, even though I know I got fat rolls and it's gonna hurt, but I'm gonna try to squeeze in through this door. It's like faking it to make it. Like, I'm going to give you what you want, but I'm not happy. And sadly, it's also speaking in terms of other women. It's also speaking in terms of other heartbreaking news that may come to her. So she may start hearing stuff about him being with other women, but publicly out, which is not shocking anymore, because I think that's what everybody is doing. Look, if Cardi B will not dump Offset, what the hell makes you think she's gonna dump him? There is so much confliction in these cards. Conflict. We think there is love there. I keep saying that, but there is so much conflict on how are we going to make this work? How are we going to make this put together? It's so funny because when she does talk about him, you would think he's around way more, but something about this feels forced. It feels like, I love you, but it feels forced. It's a forced marriage. It's a forced pregnancy. It's a forced everything. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand. Why would you propose to someone or try to get into a major, something is coming in October, but your heart is still looking for other things and other people. This deck is not, this is not here's Courtney. This is ain't Courtney. Here's Khloe, but here's Tristan here. I don't know if he's about to get traded or if he's about to go somewhere else, but there is some other stuff coming up in his cards. Y'all, he does not like to deal with her family. He may smile, he may like kiki, but in overall, no. There's no rules. There's no guidelines in this relationship either. It's kind of like he does whatever he wants and she just kind of smiles and plays the like perfect girlfriend. They do have really good conversation though. They really do connect in that place of conversation. This is a hot ass mess, y'all. This is a mess. There is love again, but this is not good, y'all. That's like that friend who's always posting pics on, you know, Instagram of her and her man kissing, holding hands, making plans, but really, you know, the reality is he can't stand her, she can't stand him. They are always fighting, popping each other upside the head with like bottles and stuff. This is not violent on that level, but it's almost like a fake it till you make it. I don't know, it just doesn't feel genuine. It's especially on Tristan's end. Like it's like he's playing along. Something is coming up. I don't know if he's about to get traded or if he's like moving or he's gonna be doing a lot of deals and negotiations around the end of the actual summer. Whatever negotiation he does go into, it's gonna cause problems. So guys, why don't we see how Tristan Thompson actually feels about Khloe. How does Tristan Thompson feel about Khloe Kardashian. How does Tristan Thompson feel about Khloe Kardashian? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. We're about to see. These are very similar cards. He has made up his mind about her. He has, you know, the card of death is the card of an end, but the way I'm seeing it spiritually, it's really a card of somebody who's made up his mind. He's made up his mind about where he wants the actual relationship to go. But he's made his decision. He's no longer indecisive. But it's just the whole thing about putting it all together that is the actual issue, in all honesty. Something about, like, you know how you're trying to piece a puzzle and you're forcing a piece to fit? It's like you're tired of doing the damn puzzle and you're like, I'm gonna make this fit. That's exactly what the energy feels like. Let me see what else is going on. Yeah, he's made up his mind. He's staying with her, and he is excited about having his baby. You know, he's excited, even though they're still trying to figure out how it's gonna come together. He's accepting the pregnancy and things of that sort, and he's decided to take it on, even though he doesn't know how. Again, he doesn't know how. He's not sure where it's going. Also, being honest with her, you know, being honest about certain things. I'm just throwing down cards and stuff and see. Very complex relationship. It's not as cut and dry as Kim and Kanye. I feel like Kim and Kanye, at one time, they were about to get like a divorce because they had hit a really rough patch. But this feels like two people who it's gonna take time. It's most definitely going to take time, y'all. Like, I don't know, you know how sometimes like men play along with stuff, like they're playing along with you, but there's going to be a time where the playing along stops. You see what I'm saying? So I would tell Khloe to guard herself. Not guard herself in a sense of not loving him, but don't be shocked if one day he wakes up and he changes his mind. You know what I'm saying? Don't be shocked. So why don't we see? I want to know something though. How does, okay, what is the relationship between Khloe and Jordan Craig, his baby mama? What is the relationship between Jordan Craig and Khloe Kardashian, or Khloe, or I don't know, but what is the relationship? Okay, what is the relationship between Khloe and Jordan? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. Guys, it is what it is. It feels very, very controlled, like a very controlled environment, like how you put your pet hamster, you know, inside of a cage or something like that. It feels very structured, like What sets a mood for me, how I read, is the first 3 cards, not all the time. It's just depending on the energy. Whenever I get the card of the Emperor, that's telling me that it's very hi, bye. It's like that. It's not, there is no relationship. It's very, also it's showing it's led by the actual man. I just don't think they deal with each other on that type of like level. I think everything is handled through, you know, him or a third party. I just don't think they, I want to go to like another deck because I want them to spill tea. I want to know. Okay, I'm about to ask again. It just feels very like uniform. Like, hey, bye. Like, you know, that fake chick who's like that fake air kiss. You know what I'm saying? What is the relationship like between Jordan Craig and Khloe? Jordan Craig and Khloe. Jordan Craig and Khloe. Jordan Craig and Khloe. 5. I'm saying her name all wrong. 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. It's like it is what it is. But it feels very like something that he would try to work on to get them. He wants to work on them being more cordial. Like, he's not friends, but he wants them, I'm seeing it more on his side. He wants them to be more cordial. They don't really have a lot in common either. So it's not just that. It's just that it's like that chick who's really into, like, you know, purple, I don't know, purple wigs, really long neon nails, but you're more so on the, like, I don't know, that's not your thing. They don't have anything in common but the fact that they're having a child with this man. They're like night and day. They're not the same people, basically, is the, like, best way to say it. Even if they didn't share a child with this man, they still would never really be friends. Believe it or not, the baby mama is not really, she ain't trying to, I feel like for image sakes, I feel like Khloe is down to work on it. The baby mama is kind of like, why? You know what I'm saying? Why? She would rather keep things legally. You know what I'm saying? And Khloe, again, I told y'all, Khloe is about the image. Khloe is about the image. She wants you to think. She wants you to think it's all good, but it's not. And no, no, y'all. She's like, okay, whatever. They're not the same type of people. You know what I'm saying? How does Khloe feel about Jordan Craig? How does Jordan feel? How does Khloe feel about Jordan Craig? How does Khloe feel about Jordan Craig? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. One thing I will say, Khloe doesn't really see his son. She's not around him like that. So very rare. You know what I'm saying? It has a very rare energy. I don't think she's met his son a lot. You know, so it's not somebody who's really in her face. I don't feel that she really is worried about that. I don't feel that. I think in the beginning she was, but I think now it's like out of sight, out of mind. You know what I'm saying? Guys, she's open, but then she's not. It's kind of like a whatever, you know, it is what it is. I do feel Khloe is more open though. I feel she is more open than the baby mama is. Yeah. Yeah. It's like we can be cool, but I still got my sword up. My sword up to working on a new project, on building the new relationship hung. It's like whatever. Damn if I do, damn if I don't. I don't give a damn. I don't give a fuck. It is what it is. If she wants to be cool, cool. But if she don't, it's whatever. But then I'm still going to protect myself. Things are going to be handled in a legal matter, okay? Legal. Something is going to happen with Tristan and Jordan. Something legal. Something is about to go to court or be rewritten. To me, it's about money. So either she's about to ask for a child support increase or something. She's going to ask for something more. You see what I'm saying? So that is coming up, and I just see he already knows about it. Yeah, she's just like whatever, you know. That's the energy she kind of has about it. Like, you know, we can be cordial, but I don't feel hate either. I just feel like whatever, you know. So that's a question that a lot of people want to know about. Another thing that I want to know is, how does Khloe feel? How does Khloe feel about her pregnancy? How does Khloe feel about her pregnancy? I want to shuffle this really good. How does she feel about that baby? Hey, her first child. Her firstborn, which is always very amazing, is your firstborn. Why don't we see, how does Khloe feel about her firstborn child? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. I'm doing this a little bit differently. How does she feel about her firstborn child? It's a blessing, but believe it or not, it's an unexpected blessing. So she wasn't trying to get pregnant. This was, something is wrong with I remember hearing she went and got a sonogram and something was wrong with, no, it's her uterus is fine. It's actually her ovaries. One of her ovaries has a lot of issues. Like, what is it called, cystic or whatever. You know how people, one of her ovaries feels dead or has a lot of it's not very fertile, while another one is doing well. So I think she just thought the risk of her, she could always get pregnant, but because she only has really one good ovary, I think she was worried about not being able to. But you know, she's excited. It is a surprise. I don't think it was planned at all. So let me just go over here. This card is coming up a lot in her reading. This is a card of indecisiveness, and I think this is going back to, where is she going to live? Again, how is this going to fit into her relationship with her man? She's really trying to find a middle ground in all of this. She's like, you know, she's watched her sisters have kids and seen how they've juggled their career, but it seems like she's really trying to think, okay, how is this going to fall into place? Okay, so she's trying to think about that. You know, traveling is coming up a lot in her mind. I don't know if he's in LA. I don't know where he lives. But it seems like traveling is coming up a lot when it comes to this pregnancy. She's not really worried about her career. She's kind of secure in that place. But there's some type of back and forth. Like I see in her cards or whatever. She's being monitored. Something is going on in her pregnancy. It's not anything too serious, but she is being heavily monitored. And this is her uterus right here. And it's telling me about being like monitored. If her child is born, it's going to be born at night. I don't know why that even matters. She's going to have her child at night, not during the actual day. It just feels good. It feels good, but she's already trying to figure out how to juggle, how to play that role of a mom. Again, protecting. She always has a sword in her hand. She's very protective of her life, her child, her lifestyle, that type of energy. Excited though, very excited. But she does have some difficult decisions to make. She is excited about her pregnancy, but timing played a role. And I think she feels like, okay, well, the timing was kind of off, but she's still excited though. It's an excitement, but I have to figure out how to get stuff in order. This is funny though. This is talking about her staff. It's funny, but I think she fired. This is weird, but this is telling me about somebody who she ended up having to fire, a man who told about her pregnancy too early or something, and how that pissed her off because I think she felt like they were friends and he shouldn't have opened up his mouth and stuff like that. It's not about the obvious coming out of like devastation, because she was in a bad marriage, plus the whole thing with Rob and stuff like that. She's scared. There is an issue with bleeding, so she does have to be careful during her pregnancy. I think she's either had some scares or some scares with bleeding, which a lot of pregnant women do, but I think she had a little bit more than normal and stuff like that. So I think it's from stress. Now, why don't we see if they're going to get married, which I think is a really good question to ask. Are they going to marry each other? Is she about to marry Community Dick? Let's see. You know, it is what it is. Spirit, will Tristan Thompson marry Khloe? Will Tristan Thompson marry Khloe? Will Tristan Thompson marry Khloe? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. These are the same cards. He's thinking about it. Yes, these are the same cards. He's thinking about it. He does feel it would bring more happiness. He went from being dry to being fertile. It's on his mind. He is thinking about it. He seriously is. He is. Yep. He's thinking about it. It's heavy on his mind, y'all. She may be getting married again, y'all. I said October. Either a proposal in October or a marriage in October, a fall wedding. It's coming, you know, establishing his home. But the funny part is he's not excited about it. It's like, you know, he's just doing it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Remember I said he's not excited about it? It's like he's doing it, but it's like there's a bit of, let me just go ahead and just do this. You know what I'm saying? It's not as exciting as it could have been if he came into it more willing. Now, she got that ring, y'all. I wonder how Jordan Craig feels a little bit. I wonder how she feels about it. I think she'll just like roll her eyes and try to increase her child support payments or something. I don't think she'll care. I think she'll be like, I think she'll be hurt, but I think at the same time her ass be like, yeah, you know, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So I want to know something that keeps coming up. I want to know how Tristan Thompson feels about Kris Jenner, because we all know Kris Jenner's a sneaky hoe. That's that always in your tea mother-in-law, always in your business, always stirring. She's like the puppet master. You know what I'm saying? One thing I think they should have really talked about was when her husband turned into her wife. You know what I'm saying? Was when when Catalina Jenner, you know, came out. I feel like she was real quiet about it, but I think it caused her a lot of pain. I don't think she publicized that enough. I think she tried to keep that as private as she could. But why don't we go into Kris Jenner? How does Tristan Thompson feel about Kris Jenner? Ooh, y'all. How does Tristan Thompson feel about Kris Jenner? Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. Whatever. It's like, y'all, it's like, you know, guys, it's just, it is what it is. Like, I don't know how to say it. It's like, it is what it is. That's gonna be the mother-in-law, you know, the grandmother of my child, you know, like, it really has that type of energy. He just feels like, it's like a seesaw. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? He's not, what? He's not crazy about her. He's not crazy about her. Like, he doesn't really care for her, but he doesn't hate her, but he's like, you know, it is what it is. Yeah. Remember I said the mother doesn't like him? She thinks that there's certain things in Tristan that she just sees, that she knows that her daughter is going to get her heart broken. Now, I'm a true believer that all relationships come to an end and it's always painful, but she just sees it as being tragic. She just knows the daughter is going to end up being hurt. He doesn't like dealing with her. The whole blessing and the family not being happy. Oh, y'all. Mama knows best. In this situation, Kris Jenner saw this not really going well a long time ago. I always want to call her Kris Kardashian, really, in all honesty. Kris Kardashian is seeing that I love my daughter. I support her in everything that she does. But this is cow shit. Like, I know this is going to break my daughter. Yeah. But the funny part is she's staying out of it. For whatever reason, I think Khloe has drawn a line. And I think she is trying to somewhat respect it. You know, it's a lot in these cards. It's a lot in these cards. Just these 9 cards is telling me so much about their relationship. He likes to say hello to her and chit chat, but he likes to keep his distance. But Kris knows what time it is. Like, I think she's sad that that her daughter is going to end up being really hurt. I don't think it's the breakup. I think it's how it's done. And I think Jordan Craig knows his ways and knows his nature. I think she knows that he's hot 1 minute and then the next, you know, he's cold. That's how he is. Like, Tristan Thompson has an energy of someone who will be so into you, and then girl, he ain't picking up the phone, he's not responding to your texts, he's not responding to your emails, he's not then he's back again. She knows his nature. How does Kim, I'm done, y'all. I'm done. Basically, okay, Spirit, these are the last cards I'm doing. Overall, what is the status or feel of the relationship between Tristan Thomas, Community Dick, and his future second baby mama, Khloe Kardashian? What is the overall feel of their relationship? Okay, guys, why don't we see? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. Why don't we see? Home. Home life. Home. Getting stuff in order. Festivities. Happiness. Being emotionally connected to each other. But not only that, but trying to figure out how they're, again, it's the theme. Each reading has a theme. How are we going to make this work? How are we going to build? Our intentions are good. His is and hers is. Well, his is iffy. Hers is good. But how are we going to make this work? How are we going to make this family come together? Now I'm curious a little bit more. She's happy. She's in a very good place emotionally, and she's thinking about her baby. But the answer still is there is a price to pay, and Khloe is going to pay it, because it's kind of like, what is it when Khloe is building a illusion? Tristan is also, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's try to make this work, but they're building something that's not going to last long, and it's going to really hurt her in the long run. It's going to hurt her. It really is, because she built so much on making this relationship solid, and then in the end she'll realize she went into a relationship with a man who wanted to be with her, but he wasn't fully ready. Even though he did it, he wasn't really fully ready. And that is what is going on. Y'all have been dying to know. I know y'all want to know about Kylie Jenner, and you know, if she's pregnant and all of that. The Kardashians have been popping babies out like popcorn, you know. Pop, it's a baby born every other year, so it's become a very large family. So guys, that is what is going on. My advice to her would be realistic about this relationship and how it was established, girl, because if you're not, you're gonna end up getting your feelings really hurt. And again, y'all, conjure on. Bye.